Hey everyone, ServerSideIssues here with SSI, and today we're going to be learning how to enable secure boot, kind of things to check, all that fun stuff. So let's get started. All right, so very first thing we want to do is we want to come over here to compatibility support module, and we want to make sure that launch CSM is disabled. If it is enabled, we might have another issue, and I'll get into that here in a minute. So let's go ahead and go back here. We're going to head to secure boot, and this will always be on the boot tab of your BIOS. In order to get into your BIOS, all you have to do is restart and then rapidly spam delete key or F2. Some instances it'll be F1, but that should be good to get you started. Now, there will be certain situations where you will go and try to find secure boot and it won't be present. If that is the case, either A, your BIOS does not support it, which would be weird, or it's a very, very old motherboard, or B, secure boot, you are in legacy mode. So legacy mode is if you're not using GNU partition table or GPT, and instead you're using MBR, master boot record. That is an older way of having Windows installed, basically. So with that in mind, what we're going to do is we're going to click secure boot here. And if you have other OS, you are going to change this right here to Windows UEFI mode, secure boot mode, standard, and that's pretty much that. Once you've done that, that enables secure boot. Now let's say, okay, server, I've done this, I've hit exit, I'm gonna save changes and reset, or save changes and exit, I believe is what it is for other boards. Now I can't boot. Okay, let's talk about that. If you cannot boot, there is another way that you can basically convert your your boot record, MBR, basically master boot record, to GNU partition table. It is called the MBR to GPT.exe, and it's native in Windows. You could run that. I will make a video probably on how to do that, but that's one way that you can do it. Or if you'd rather just say, you know what, forget it, I'm just going to wipe and reinstall, you can also do that too. Please be aware that doing that, you're going to remove pretty much all your data, obviously. So now, let's talk about like, hey, I see this, but it's still, for whatever reason, saying like my secure boot is not enabled. Come here, go to custom, right here. We're going to go to key management. We are going to do clear all secure boot keys. And then you're going to do, it should say save default keys. So I'm going to go ahead and do this here. So we're going to clear our secure boot keys. We're going to do yes here. And it's going to say install default secure boot keys. You're going to come here. You're going to say yes. It's going to pause for a minute. And you're going to back into this. You're going to come back to this. And you're going to do standard. Once you do that, you're going to exit, and then you're going to save changes. All right, that is how we enable secure boot. And you may say, okay, cool. What about TPM? Trusted platform module, yeah. Trusted computing. If we come to trusted computing, we can see that our security device support, TPM 2.0 device, is found. And as long as this is enabled, you have 1.3, you are good on TPM. So again, TPM stands for Trusted Platform Module. It is basically the little device that is responsible for storing encryption keys, such as BitLocker or things of that nature, and also responsible for, keeping secure boot in order, we'll say. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's more like a simple way of explaining it. All right, after we've done that, we're going to hit exit, and then we're going to save changes. And you should be good. if you are not, for whatever reason, because I'm going to show you a command that we could run to determine, there's two commands. We're going to run one command that's going to show if secure boot is operational, and then another, we'll call it feature, or yeah, feature. We're going to see if that is enabled in Windows. All right, let's go ahead and hop on to Windows.